Shabbat Shalom. Oh, on this cold, cold night right after Thanksgiving, thank you for showing up. I am Becky Nelson Zuhl. I'm a rabbinical student with the Aleph Ordination Program, which is the branch of Renewal Judaism. You know, Reb Zalman, that Rabbi Randy references sometimes, founded Renewal, and well, I think CRC is very on kind of a renewal track within Reform. I'm here because all the other rabbis are out of town.
We didn't run out of rabbis. We've got you.
Not a rabbinical student. And my partners in crime here, Leslie and Avi. All right. Tonight, I think we just need a little bit of Shabbat. We need a little bit of the angels. We need something to take us away from all the schmutz that's going on in the world. So let's welcome the angels. What page are we on?
6.
Page 6. Thank you.
Page 6.
Baruni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, V'melech Malachei HaMlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zetechem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei HaMlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You know, the story is that everybody has two angels, one on each shoulder. One angel is very happy to see you welcoming Shabbat, and the other one is very happy if you don't welcome Shabbat. So we always like to make the good angel happy. You know, Tricia, would you like to light candles? Can I tell them what your husband said? That you're always a lot nicer to be with when you come to Shabbat services at CRC. And I think we all are. We all are, because we get together here and we welcome peace and light. And we'll bring the light in now.
My daughter is teaching Hebrew school in Key West, and after the first couple of days, she said to me, "I feel sorry for kids who didn't grow up at CRC."
I love that. All right, we're on page 5. Oops. Pull in the sparks, pull in the light, and then we'll all say together, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Don't run away. Don't run away so fast. Do you want to come and say something like Shabbat Shalom to people?
Sure. She's putting me on the spot, but Shabbat Shalom. I've known Becky a while, and she's known me my most dramatic self. But yeah, Shabbat Shalom. It's lovely to be here.
Yeah, and it's lovely to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks.
I love Shabbos. It does. It really does. One of the things about Shabbat is that the mystics envisioned Shabbat as a bride, and Shabbat as a wedding of sorts. Just like a wedding marks the beginning of a new relationship, a new outlook on life, new commitments. Every Shabbat is an opportunity for us to start a new relationship with ourselves, with our community, a new outlook on life. And so on page 8, we'll sing Lecha Dodi, and at the very end, for the very last verse, we'll all rise and turn and face the door where we imagine the bride entering, the Shabbat bride, coming up here and joining us. All right. Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nikabel.
Shalom ater Allah, gam b'siyan udula, gam b'simcha u'b'zola, toch emunei am segula, bo'ir kala, Shabbat Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Able, because now that we have Shabbat with us, we have that light and we have that new relationship. We're going to lead straight into prayer, the call to prayer on page 11. Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed. And now, please be seated. We're on page 12.
Evening, the frayed edges of our lives, Maharim, Aravim, Amen. Maharim, Aravim, Amen.
So here we are, Shabbat evening, and we start the whole prayer service by acknowledging this great power that seems to be behind the universe and everything, the enormous, completely outside of the range of human comprehension almost, size and power and majesty of the whole thing. You are praised, Yah, author of time and space, who brings on evening with a word, opens heaven's gates with wisdom, adjusts the ages with sensitive judgment, varies the seasons, and orders the orbits of a sky full of stars in the emptiness according to your will. You create each day and each night afresh. It's like, wow, we get a whole new chance to do things. Roll light in front of darkness and darkness in front of light so gently that no moment is quite like the one before or after. You distinguish between day and night, moment by moment. You make day pass into night, and you alone know the boundary dividing one from the other. Unifier of all beings is your name. Timeless God, rule forever. You who brings the evening in are praised. Evening, the frayed edges of our lives, Aravim, Amen.
Maharim, Aravim, Amen.
So, with this awareness of the immense immensity of space and reality and everything, there's also the awareness that it's all one. Somehow, this entire cosmos and every one of us are all just parts of a great unity. So, if it is your custom to rise for the Shema on page 15, please rise. If it's your custom to remain seated, please remain seated. And let's say the Shema. Listen to this, Yisrael. Rabbi Susan likes to call us God wrestlers because that's what Yisrael means. God is one. God is both. God, amazing, huge, whatever that higher power is for you, and one, and in our hearts. Let's all sit down. And we're going to chant V'ahavta together. You shall love God with all your heart, because that love is what enables us, well, it doesn't enable us, but it powers us to love ourselves, to love others when we understand that it is all part of the same thing. Page 16. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinenecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha Uvisharecha lema'an tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kadoshim lelechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lechem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, Emet. Emet, truth, in truth. And then we go straight into Micha Mocha, the song that was first sung on the banks of the Red Sea, the moment we left Egypt, the moment we became a people. And Avi's got a great melody for Michamocha. Yeah?
Page 18.
Page 18. You're right.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילו, עושה פלא, נורא תהילו, עושה פלא. די 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 די, די 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 די,
I gotta say, because they let me do this, I'm letting some of these great melodies come out that we usually don't hear. So I know it's a little bit different for you, but I'm loving it.
Yeah. I think they're with us.
Okay, so let's turn to page 20. And here is where we recognize that part of this exciting new relationship that's starting at night is, well, going to sleep. And we want to sleep peacefully, and we want to wake peacefully, and we want peace. Hashkivenu.
אשכיבנו, אבינו לשלום, ועמידנו מלכנו, לחיים טובים ולשלום, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו מלכנו בעצה טובה מלפניך, והושיענו מרע למען שמך, והגן בעדנו והגן בעדנו.
The words are a little different because this is Moroccan. Yeah, slightly different liturgy.
Cover us tonight with a sukkah shalom, a shelter of peace. Cover us tonight with a sukkah shalom, a shelter of peace. Lie, 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 השבת, את השבת.
Page 21.
לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ביום השביעי, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We keep the Shabbat through every generation as an everlasting covenant. You know, there's a saying that more than the people of Israel have kept the Shabbat, Shabbat has kept us. And I wish I could sing. I want to join in with you.
Everyone should.
Everyone should,
Everyone
yes.
should sing along.
But now we're on page 22, the Chatzi Kaddish, the Reader's Kaddish. It sort of marks the division between all of this beautiful contemplative introduction to the body of the service, the silent prayer. So please stand as you are able. And again, I'm not terribly good at singing, but I can take this once we get it started. Can you start the Chatzi Kaddish for me? Yidal v'yidkadash shemei Rabbah, b'alma divrach u'tei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam lo me'amaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal shmei v'kudusha b'richu le'elamin kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'imaru amen. So to prepare for the silent prayer, the Amidah, which means the standing, we sing Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, which is very appropriately, oh God, open up my lips so my mouth may declare your praise without stumbling over the words. Adonai sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. It's traditional to take a step backwards and then a step forwards, and then read silently or read, just pray what's in your heart, and sit down when you're done. Let's end with a prayer for peace on page 30. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon V'chol HaShalom Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon V'chol HaShalom Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Let Israel, your people, know a great peace, for it's good in your sight to bless us with peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses us with peace, Israel and all the world. Amen. We're going to do something even more different now. If you turn to page 33. See, this is the Shabbat before Rosh Chodesh, before the new moon, and every Jewish month starts on the new moon. So there is a tradition to welcome the new moon and to welcome the coming month. Bless you. Gesundheit. Because we are part of this great turning of all the stars in their order in the sky, right? The moon is not really, new, we know this. It just appears to be. It's always been there, at least for, I don't know how many millions, hundreds of millions of years. But we are a people who keep in touch with the cycles of nature. And part of the cycle of nature is the moon. Our calendar runs off the moon. Likrat HaChodesh Haba, Mal'a Nafshenu Hodaya Amatnot Chodesh Kislev. As the new moon approaches, we call to mind the gifts of the coming month of Kislev, and we give thanks. Kislev is the month of Hanukkah. Yeah. Thanks for fried food. Oh, yes, and thanks for salty cheese, which is also a Hanukkah thing, right? What else? Thanks for presents. Sufganiot. Oh, thanks for sufganiot. Fried donuts. What else are we thankful for? Tums. Yes, we are very thankful in the land of fried food for Tums. What else? What else is in Kislev? What? Chocolate. Hanukkah gelt, yes?
Italian Jewish Hanukkah thing. It's basically fried mashed potatoes. Like you really can't get any better than that.
Fried mashed potatoes.
Are you bringing them for us? All right.
And candles. Oh, all those pretty candles. And the fun menorahs. Does anybody have the menorah that looks like a dinosaur with candles on its back? I know, right?
There's a menorah at the History Museum in Forest Park. How many times have you been to the History Museum? 8 million times?
Oh,
Anybody ever go into the gift shop? I had never been in the gift shop in my entire life till 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they have a menorah that's a cityscape of St. Louis, and it even has the arch in it. So come see me after the service, I'll show you a picture. It's amazing. Made by somebody in St. Louis, too.
So we call to mind the gifts of Kislev, the chocolate and the donuts and the cute menorahs and the candles and the presents. And this time of darkness is coming to an end with the solstice, which is, this year, it's kind of in the middle of Kislev, maybe towards the end of Kislev. And before Kislev is out, the days are going to start to get longer again. All right. So, Nikadesh et Rosh HaChodesh, let us call to mind the holiness of the new moon. Unichadesh oto ba'arigat petilei chayenu letoch masechet hadorot. We are weaving new threads into the tapestry of tradition. In our lives, each one of us is a new thread. Nivarech et en hachayim, who bless the source of life, v'cho nitbarech, and through this we will be blessed. Ooh. Now, we come to the part of our service where I do not have, oh, yes, I do. Excellent. The names of the people who we are going to be praying for for healing. Now, I would tell you to turn to page 34, except that we're not going to be singing that Mishaberach. We're going to sing Avi introduced us to a beautiful Sephardi melody that's been done here before, Rafet Tziri, which means heal my sorrow, heal my narrowness, heal my burden. For you are a faithful healer. And so we ask that Steve Arnold, who's recovering from surgery, be healed, and Alan Portman, Chava Sarah, Hannah Roberts, Marilyn Weiss, Essie Mitchell, Gloria Lash, who just had back surgery, Amy Lampert, Batzalel Cohen-Ofori, and Maya Purnell. We ask for healing for all of these people. Daniel Tzvi Ben Fega Toibe, Ilan Nissenbaum, Curtis Behrens, Hank Weber, Adam Young, and Anna Navarro, Will Mason, Yitzchak Ben Mordechai Lev. Oh, and the Ferguson police officer who had such a bad brain injury last summer is on our list, Travis Brown. Ricky Reeves, Kalanit Chappelle, Maggie Bradford, Jordan Cronemer, Drew Patchen, Robert Shepard, and Meredith Berkowitz. And does anybody here have someone that they'd like us to remember? Michael, do we have anybody, any names on the stream?
Yes, we're praying for Amitai Beniso and Sarah Yehudait Bat Yosef and Miriam.
And Sarah Yehuda Bat Yosef and Miriam. And I should have asked for names here before I read everyone's name. Is there anybody we missed? All right. Rafet Tzili El Ne'eman Ki Ata Rofeh Numan. Heal my troubles, for you are a faithful healer. Arat Roshi, Shur Choshi V'ten Koach L'nafshi. Guide my head, shore up my weaknesses, and give me strength where I am weak. We all need that. We all need that. All right. Well, let's turn to page 38 and stand as you are able for Aleinu, where we say, it is on us, it's our obligation, it's up to us to praise Adon HaKol, the power, the master of the universe. All right? Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon HaKol, l'tei kedula liotzer b'reishit,
שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת זו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. Please be seated. We've got some announcements. You know, I love Aleinu. I really do. It's talking about that echad, one, that unity, that is just so incredibly important in Judaism. But, you know, I can't get into announcements without talking a little bit about the Parsha this week. Because this week, we're going to be reading about Esau and Jacob. Well, they're not the original sibling rivalry. Actually, the book of Genesis, the whole Torah, is full of sibling rivalry. But they epitomize it for me, because even before they're born, they're fighting each other. And it's like Esau can do nothing right. Poor, I really feel sorry for Esau. Jacob just kind of tricks him, and his own mother doesn't really like him so much. You know, his father likes him, though. So the Torah tells us that Isaac loved Esau because Esau was a hunter and a trapper, and that he liked those traps, that trapped stuff in his mouth. That's literally what the Hebrew is. The trap stuff was in his mouth. Now, normally we read this as like Isaac liked to eat the food that Esau had caught, right? But there's an alternative reading. There's a midrash that says kind of like Esau deserved what he got, that Esau wasn't such a really good guy, that you shouldn't think that his mouth refers to his father's mouth, but Esau's mouth, that Esau had traps in his mouth, that he was able to talk a good talk and sort of like entrap his father, trick him, into thinking that he was a good son, a good person. Now, I don't particularly like this midrash. I'm not teaching it because I agree with it. I'm teaching it because of a wonderful thing that the late Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs said about it. He said, even if Esau were as bad as all that, even if he were a trickster and a charlatan and with traps in his mouth, maybe that is why his father loved him. Because who do you give more attention to? The person who doesn't need any help or guidance, or the person who does? He told the story of a man who came to his rabbi and said, I love my son, but he's getting into trouble. He's doing everything wrong. I'm at my wit's end. I'm about to give up on him. What should I do? And the rabbi told him, tell me, before your son started getting into trouble, did you love him? Well, yeah, I loved him dearly. So that's what you need to do. Love him even more. And when I think about all the division in our world today and the contempt we have for each other, for those who are different from us, we can have contempt for their ideas, but having contempt for the person never helps. It's really, really hard, but that's the time when you need to love them even more. And I'll say more about that tomorrow, if you want to come back. I have an entire 15 minutes. Well, maybe I'll cut it a little short. I don't want to scare you away. A little bit of a talk about that. Before we go on this evening, though, I want you to know that there is a high holiday survey that went out in email. It's been going out a couple of emails. If you get any sort of an email from CRC, please look for the high holiday survey, even if you did not attend high holidays here. There's a link in the email. I think that there's a poster up someplace there in the lobby where, with a QR code even, you could answer it there. Let us know how we did with high holidays this year, why you did or did not attend, and how we are meeting your expectations. Because, coming out of the pandemic, it's been a few years, but we're still changing and adapting to a new order of things. Torah study tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. as usual. It's only going to be 45 minutes this week instead of a full hour because I am teaching the Torah study. So I'm going to cut it short 15 minutes before services so that I can come in here and get ready for services. Please join. It's on Zoom or in person. You want to show up a little bit early, grab yourself a cup of coffee. It's great. We are collecting winter clothing and shoes. New or gently used items only, please. And we especially are looking for things to fit adult men because, unfortunately, that's the majority of the homeless population that really needs new winter clothing. Bring items here, but we'll take them for anybody, any ages, any gender, any condition. We'll take it for sure. Somebody's going to use it. But if you're going out and getting anything special, like black socks, plain black gloves, large size, that's what people really need. Mensch Makers is making teacup gift bundles for seniors in the Crown Center. We're asking for congregants to sponsor teacup gift bundles. $5 for one teacup, $18 for 4. And there's a Venmo. You can Venmo it in to @CRC-education. Or once again, it's in the newsletter. Please read your newsletter, guys. We've put so much work into the newsletter. The 7th grade Beit Mitzvah class is collecting donations through a Target wish list. And once again, there's a QR code and a link in the newsletter. And this year for Hanukkah, Kislev, instead of first night, first light, we're doing third night, third light. And that's going to be on a Friday night, December 27th, and we're going to have a potluck dinner following services. CRC will provide the latkes. Please bring sides or dessert, RSVP. We'd love to see you all there. Oh, no, not this year. Thank you for mentioning that. Usually we have people bring their own menorahs, but there's been something of it was sort of a fire hazard type incident. I was not involved. It wasn't my fault. But we're just going to light our community menorah. Leave your own menorahs at home this year. And one more thing. The CRC member retreat is going to be in January 24th and 25th at Camp Wyman again. Mark your calendars. It's so much fun. I was there last year. I'll be there again. I don't know if that makes a difference to you, but there it is. All right. And now, after all of these announcements and looking forward at things to come in the future, we turn our minds a little bit to the past and to people that we miss who are not here now, who need a little help. Do you need a little help? Okay, I think he's okay. James is out there and can help him. We turn our minds to people that we miss who are not here with us now in body, but are always with us in our memories. And before we say Kaddish, I'd like to know, is there anybody here who is saying Kaddish for someone? If so, please stand. I know, wow, we have a lot of people saying Kaddish tonight. Avi, would you like to start us off?
My Uncle Larry's yard site is tomorrow.
Your Uncle Larry's yard site tomorrow. It's okay. Your father, Irving Lang. 19 years. Your son. What was his name? What is Joshua Porter.
What Fran said, as well as my stepfather just recently died.
Oh, your stepfather. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a lot for right now, isn't it? Your Aunt Diane passed away just this morning. Mm. Mm. Yes. Mm. Mm. Yes. Mm. Mm-hmm. It's hard to be far away at this time, but she had. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here with us tonight. Your Aunt Diane had. Oh, she was your husband's twin sister. Ah. Wow. That's hard. That's hard. Well, she was 93 years old, of 93 years of loving. Hmm. They both died in November. Mm. Wow. That twin connection, it's amazing, isn't it? I wish you didn't have to be here for comfort tonight, but I'm so glad you did come here because we want to hold you in our hearts. Sarah? Mm. Your father? Richard Marks. Geraldine Portman? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of loss. Your friend Pete Brennan.
Old friend and mentor, Vincent Moore.
Vincent Moore. Mark?
This Sunday will be our father's yard site, Jerry Zoom.
Mark is my brother. Mark and Renee here. And yeah, Mark and I are both saying Kaddish tonight because our father, Jerry Zool, died 24 years ago tomorrow. It doesn't seem that long. We're also marking the yard site of Abe Daniel, Ron Daniel's father, Donald Fraser, Josh Horwitz, Stephanie Kurtzman's great uncle, Mert Millman, Eugene Navarro, Dora Freed, Betty Oberman, Todd Oberman's mother, Robert Jacobs, Irving Lang, your father, Verna May Wynn Smith, Mel Mueller, Rhodey Booker's brother, Matilda Wheel, Jason Siegel, Larry Ellis, your uncle Larry, Avi, Jean Block, Matthew Pendergrast, Murray Margot, David Seawalk, Todd Seawalk's grandfather, David Sarbach, Barry Friedman, Ida Siegel, Esther Fruma Carabel, Robert William Pierce, Dale Schreiber's brother, Sylvia Eveloff, Steve Marcus, Louis Rosenblum, Stephen Rosenblum's grandfather, Clara Scheinbart, Albert Greenbaum, Pat Dewey, Maggie Dewey's mother. We all know Maggie, she teaches Hebrew here. Lindsay Marglus, Gail Anita Weiner Ochtenberg, Foreman Engelhart, Mildred Edelson, Laura Lee Scissors, Kirk Cashmere, Jack Rudin, Susan Rudin's husband, Ruth Epstein, Maurice Pepper, Jack Ansel, Max Friedman, Irma Greenspoon, Rosalind Sperling was our member, Sander Brent, my father Jerry Zool, and Vincent Moore, Patricia's friend and mentor.
We also remember those of this congregation who have died this year, especially Molly Portman, mother of Yael Portman, who works in the offices here. Gerald Siegel, Sammy Schoss, Susan Hudis Koppelman, Mary Lou Bollinger, Jill Petzel, Ari Karsaboom, Jackie Fenster, Larry Badler, Carl Smith, CRC member. It just doesn't feel right not to see him sitting right there. Betty Miller, Carol Fajardo, Morris Tamsky, another member, Michael McCauley, Edwin Pepper, Penelope Moglin, Muriel Hartz, and Marilyn Schreier. Kenan Thimangu, that's Patrick Thimangu's father. Ron Kramer, Laurie Weinberg, Dr. Eduardo Slatopolsky, CRC member, Gary Sewell, Ann Lee Frank, Rhonda Banford, Ralph Wafer, one of the founding members of CRC, Nick Nicholson, Marilyn McLaughlin, Mel Spiegelglass, Marilyn Fox, Eileen Ehrlich, it's Carrie Ehrlich's mother, Hank Davenport, who we knew growing up, stepfather and father-in-law of Elizabeth and Adam Roberts, CRC members, Rick Isserman, Myra Levine, Scott Levine's mother, Gina Rotman, Yakir Hexter, Chris and Shelley Hexter's grandson, Sherry Fox, Carol Liebson, Miriam Weintraub, and Barry Friedman. Michael, do we have any names from the stream?
Yes, we're remembering Nancy Cara.
Nancy Cara. With the names of all these good people in our hearts, let's all rise and say the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, ba'alma divrach yehutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chaye chon u'v'yomei chon, u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach le'olam u'l'omei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei dekudusha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata hamiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Ve'imru amen.
If you'd like to sit, we are going to sing Adon Olam.
Page 43.
Page 43.
And Avi's playing on his brand new guitar.
Hashem alav b'terem kol yitzir niva le'ed nosa b'chefto kol azai melech shemo nikra shemo nikra לכלות הכל, לבדו ימלוך נורא, והוא היה והוא הווה, והוא יהיה לתפארה. בתפארה אחד ואין שני, להמשיך לו להכבירה. בלי ראשית, בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמזרח. והוא אלי, וחי גולי, בצור חבלי, בעת צרה, והוא ניסי ומנוסי, ונטוסי. ביום אקרא, ביום הפקיד רוחי בעת אישה ועירה, ועם רוחי גבייתי אדוני לי ולא יירא, ולא יירא. You know, our Siddur only translates the last verse, and I think that's too bad because one of the reasons why I like to have Adon Olam after Kaddish is that it reminds us that we and those we love are all part of this great eternal energy. Adon Olam, the master, the force of the world, of the universe, that was there before anything was created and will be there after everything is gone. It was, it is, it will be B'tifara, in glory. V'hu echad ve'en sheni, and it's all one. There's no dichotomy, there's no split between good and evil. It's all one. It's all one. Without a beginning, without an end. This God, this higher power, this whatever you believe in, the source of life,
is tzur chavli be'et tzara, a source of strength in time of trouble. And we can place ourselves in this flow of life when we sleep and when we wake, and when we're awake but not even paying attention. Maybe that's when it's most important, to just place ourselves in that flow of life and know that there really is nothing to fear. We are here, and here is good. You know, there's one thing I absolutely will not change, and that is CRC tradition of it's all standing as we're able and putting our arms around each other and giving each other a closing blessing. So that's on page 45, if you want the words. Let's all join in. And by the way, Leslie, Avi, thank you so much. That you would not want me to have sung all of this. Listen to my brother. He says it's all right. All right.
You did very well when you were with us.
When I was with you, yes, that's it. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May you be blessed, may you be safe. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichoneka. May you feel seen, and may you experience kindness. Yes, Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May you see the face of God in the other, even in those who hold ideas that you despise. That person has the face of God. And may we all know peace. Amen.
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 Yes, you're lovely
Good
job.
Shabbos.
You're on the right track.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, please join me in the Oneg for